And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
So when they come in here and say, man, your broadcast on, that motherfucker already on. My shit going straight to YouTube on your ass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Jackson on 1st down, rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
You gave it to me. I can only take what you give me.
Territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard
line. Damn, God damn.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Man, Marquise Brown, that motherfucker goddamn fast.
As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Hollywood. That is Hollywood.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's see what your defense going to do. And the offense going to do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
I'll try you one time. Find out, man.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Bree's going to throw.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Like the wine.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Wayne got the defense from me. Which one is it?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
A whole lot of gang shit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
That defense.
And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Just did.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Ready. You ready? 36. Crunch time, defense.
Now a 1st down,
How did they make me miss that?
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
How did they make me miss? Look at that.
There, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ground, Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I'm calling Breeze now. Breeze ain't doing it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
21.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 13 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Oh, he got over there.
Here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away.
Oh, he got over there. What?
John Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over.
Don't worry about it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cam, I see your big ass.
But he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Cam, I saw your big ass coming, kid.
Still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Oh, shit, come on, man.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And this is incomplete. Head scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And partner, I'm not really sure what they were thinking on 4th and long.
Man, saved you, Wayne.
But you think social media
man saved you. They ain't gonna walk by the TV doing the middle of the goddamn play.
No doubt about it. People are wondering what
the fuck?
Back to a number of years ago, a very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive.
He
ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. But it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Shit, I like that. I'll take it. Back on 20. No. Put me right down on 20. I'll take it all day.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 set on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it. Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my side.
We'll see what his offense can do. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. On 2nd down, Ingram. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And an alley to Long. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Shit, why not? I can only get whatever you give.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to
Orlando
where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlight. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I try to run your ass over.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez,
that was a look at that quarterback. I'm trying to run his ass over on the dime.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Breeze. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So you can blame Super Bowl for that pass.
On the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden
I see you listen to me when I say how to beat that play home.
35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s.
I didn't think you pay attention to that was the times I tell you. The best way to beat this play is goddamn if they blitz.
By Kansas City.
I ain't no fool now, Wayne. I ain't no fool, Wayne.
12 minutes to go. And held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters.
Not no
and
fool.
somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points.
You fucked around and missed that first time. You had the opportunity on that slant to go. And you ain't hit Thomas right.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Oh.
A lot of
force Peter. Don't try to number on Peter. Is you wrong, stupid?
It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and
Boy,
second
they didn't run back wide open.
Worry a little bit about the clock because
but he
you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Breeze to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Boy, I thought he hit that tight end at first. Oh, wait a minute there.
On the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check back 47. Check back 47. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson fighting for the end zone.
Trying to be greedy. Trying to be greedy.
Return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Trying to be
greedy. Give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but
because my friend was saying got on slide, but shit.
You are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down,
my friend mine said slide, but my second mind said, man, go on, chicken that bit. You'll make it. Yeah.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Number 80. 36. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
We want more. We got more.
6 and a Raven touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. A lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
It's just like I scored now, kicking the ball off too.
Different things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
I did ask for a score by phone.
Right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Hope you find him, motherfucker. No shit.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, you know?
I would agree with that.
Use the sack right there.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Breeze to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Throwing now is Breeze. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Ingram again. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Damn, I didn't see him.
Close to a first down as
I didn't see that, man.
Right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He can run for it, and Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Man, pushed the wrong way.
Saints. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll score.
Pushed the wrong way, and I tried to dive. You're welcome, kid.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
I don't like that shirt. That's how they make them form so easy.
Now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Kush. Well, I done formed, what, 3-4 times in a row now?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25.
Playing Wayne as hell.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next
14.
drive.
I got my broadcast on.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Now the ball comes loose. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone.
5 times in a row.
Return and a Saint touchdown. So so many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
5 funky times.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Humble. Shit, this nigga talking that cash money shit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I got all time down. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant you got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
Yes, sir, Cap.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. From the 22, Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down.
But he's seeing this shit too.
29. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Oh, shit. That's what I like right there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
I want you to get that man right. Nah, don't get him. Move it over. Get him right there. This one y'all go pick up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. All these goddamn formers I done got on the road and I'm still right there in the game? What the fuck?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kicks away.
Though, man. You know.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ball, man. Man, I hope you find the goddamn you been saying, but talking about that play the whole goddamn game. Shit, I'm waiting to find that motherfucker, that ugly motherfucker.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Give me that.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Don't do that.
Picked off by Tony Jefferson. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now your opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Jackson on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. Got a man.
Let it use the shit, huh?
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Hey, but they did you and came like that the other day, though. Yesterday.
And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead
take them 5, 6 fumbles away from me. It's over with.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
My point. Shit, who winning? You forgot.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I do understand. You're trying to build yourself up to make yourself seem like
the Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Kamara. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. Pressure there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Nigga, Tom was wide open.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come here driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we might be headed towards overtime.
He gonna try to go because he do it the whole time. He try to throw it on little crossing routes like that.
If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big game, didn't you?
So they
he tried to nick it down you down the field the whole time. I knew it. Hell yeah.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move.
The only thing you could have did is your hold on and fuck it up.
Out to the 25.
That shit ain't gonna be open like that next time, one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case, Nick, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
There's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Okay, that motherfucker too much goddamn time.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Trying to pick a play, ain't you?
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Kill, 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 kill.
Breeze now on first down.
Oh, he's seen him.
It's Thomas. And he's down inside.
Oh, shit. I didn't think you were going to see him.
Out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Clock was on that man,
definitely
too.
critical here if they want to get back in this game.
I got up there, you throw it the other way.
They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be
push this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz good on the extra point. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Great to throw. This is caught by Gill. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
I ain't been using it. Let me use it one time. Just one time out the game. Just once, all right, Terry.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
Huh? I'm over here playing around with you, man.
Yeah, you just started playing around. Don't act like you've been the whole game.
Wayne, I ain't gonna use my main play.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
Huh? You can't put a lock on free agent. You can't put a lock on it. Oh, I'm finna go over though. Let's save this screenshot though. What the fuck? I'm finna go over there. Hold on. Let's say this goddamn little screenshot of Lil Terry. Wayne, you can send the invite whenever you're ready, kid. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, cause you a chump. You better go play Ray, man. I heard Dwayne say he did you bad. I could have. Man, you a chump, kid. Can't fuck with me, man. Can't fuck with me, look. Lil Cuddy, you can't fuck with me. Win, nigga, win. Nigga beat me. Nigga beat me, nigga. Nigga beat me. Beat me, nigga. Nigga beat me, nigga. Hey, Tiger, go to things to do. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years blessed, wet tears is glorious. I remember when they always got on the dash. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Ain't about to get into luck ass anyways. Dance, jump in the stand. Shit, Cooper? I'm just gonna get Cooper. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Foot on the gas, I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a Rich
name.
and proud of class, still murder.
Regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Oh, okay. I see you sent one.
Nigga, I ain't scared of you.
I thought you was, man.
Don't play around with me this time. Go to your main plays. I'm bigging for your main plays. Since you say your main plays.
Say you want me to bread and butter your ass all the way down the field.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Man, have you found your main play yet, man?
Gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Shit, you get into it. Shit.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Keep on letting me get that damn shit.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Ingram he lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. The return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Breeze now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 25 on second down, Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll be well short of first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about it.
Don't tell. Why did I do that?
Intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And we'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option. But let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Lutz with the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game.
Okay. Say defense keep them in it. Look up, you back?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They're good.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Well, I'm going to get Wayne there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6.
I'm going about Liam ass in this bitch.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 70 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Your partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Time for the win some down rotation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They begin the drive with Hill. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second and 11 now. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll try and run it, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This is Ingram on first and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 16, Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge steam down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson, that is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
You're going to fuck around and do something stupid.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
You see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, Kamara. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this?
Man, I'm just talking, man. Damn, my bad, go.
Kick attempt. And ready to get the party started.
I'm talking about Tiger and everything.
It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. In a tie game, I don't think anybody in this building, including you,
boy, let Tiger early go.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it.
He ain't been doing nothing, though.
I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense in the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the 3rd quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
My supervisor ain't text me.
They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take.
I'm trying to see what the hell type talking about.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
So much about this game is just...
Hey, but I know goddamn well there's more than 10 people in that goddamn building here.
Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
They already got signed up for Friday night.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And my goodness, this
you're going to start trying that, man.
A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Mark Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way.
Damn, he ran your ass over bad.
Mark Ingram, 50 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one.
That's badass run right there, boy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
I'm going to go get that part right there and put that part on Facebook on.
Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
This shit, special Mark Ingram doing some shit like that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics.
Yeah, you on the pad ball.
People are studying
2 for 5
possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Throwing again on second down. Breeze over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn.
I'm running.
Short. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Damn.
Third down throw, but it misses.
Boy, you gonna stop trying, Humphrey, over there, boy.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw is Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. By Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys
are need 1 yard
at the 37-yard line.
For the longest.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
The best I could do. I seen him come. I ain't know where to go. Play that bitch more.
Cameron Jordan. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. On the move to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now it's Jackson being chased out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field.
Every time I play up, I'm staying up in that bit.
Is getting there. Congratulations to all.
It's a 7-yard
He gonna get tired of phone up
up
here.
with a 2nd and 3. A give to Kamara running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
Damn, I can't get the nigga in his stick, this
down,
nigga.
but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And 5 yards on
I know
the
he
play,
tired.
the drive will continue. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray.
Oh, they're playing
and
back.
Get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Me?
Uh-oh.
Gotta get my man swag back again, man.
They go with Murray again, and he is going to be stopped.
They can start playing Park on 2K. I might as well get back on the
It's a
mess.
loss of 2.
Everything right now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a
Everything
big
right.
way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Breeze to throw.
Wow.
That will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's
She
contact
gotta work that
coming
boy
from both sides,
in that slide like
no
Tiger
flag.
working that
Let
boy
them
in that
fight it
slide.
out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I feel like Batman.
You're good, you're good. I full, ready.
Breeze going to go on 4th down.
We'll take that. It's short.
Back complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Saints' decision to go for it.
Here's a tight end over
backfires.
Gene
And
Wilson.
the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
43.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
What
And
the
this is
fuck?
Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's 2nd down.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his
Some shit
progression.
bless you
Just
right
trying
now.
to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
I don't know what the hell happened.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jackson going to throw again. This one complete to Ingram.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram.
Ravens stuck on third down. Yeah, perfect 7 for 7. Okay, we'll take that.
So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I pushed the wrong button.
And the tip there altered the ball play, and it falls incomplete. It'll be.
Boy, I'm trying to throw it to the receiver for the cornerback got over there.
The incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Jackson now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed.
Best he can do then.
They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Pick it, dang.
No, it's incomplete. John
I wanted you to pick that, man.
Trying to go for it this time, doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara.
I'm trying to hit this from goddamn New York.
Just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Shit, I'm gonna keep on doing this shit. I won't go change it up.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's get it.
Shit, you keep running all your time up.
Go! 50, plant. Let's get it. Ready?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Ginn has it
Man,
complete.
this dude on playing usually catch on me every time and fall down. As soon as he catch the ball, make sure you don't drop that bit.
Now we'll get a quick
This
timeout
nigga
called
fall
by New
every
Orleans,
time.
number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
One final try here for Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before.
The game cut it.